These niggas feel what jealousy. I'm doing good, that's what they hearing me. This girl is in my memory. Oh, if I get your felony.
Hey, what is up, you guys? Sage here. Listen, this is a mistake, bro. I'm not packed like this, bro. I'm not gonna post every day. Or like, hey, who knows? Maybe we could lock in for the next approximately 6 months or so. But another big reason why I had actually gotten out of the game is just because my process of writing essays is literally I won't write on a topic unless I have things to say about it. And I got that from Jordan Peterson, right? Literally one tip changed my entire experience when it comes to writing is literally don't speak on it unless you have something to say. I say that to say that the reason why I felt it was necessary to sort of shut down the YouTube at that particular point in time is because it felt irresponsible of me to waste my time, and more importantly, I felt like I was wasting other people's time because I'm actually saying stuff just to say stuff, and they're actually invested enough and care enough about what I have to say to listen. But I will make sure that I post a minimum of about 3 times a week. I think 3 times a week is going to be more than manageable regardless of what's going on in my life at that time. So yeah, we'll try and do 3 times a week, or we'll definitely do 3 times a week. I'm committing to that. Now, today's topic. The title of today's video is Speak Up, right? And yeah, today, professionalizing, boy, I wrote down a couple of bullet points, because I was losing my train of thought yesterday. Point number 1, don't allow ill to be speaking of you in your presence. Speak up, right, is the name of the video, is the title, is the topic. Speak up in terms of protect who you are, right? And I wrote in brackets there, I wrote traffic, because I was getting tested last week. I'm at the traffic department getting tested. And then, and I'm super confident. I'm oozing confidence the entire day. I've you know what I'm saying, I've been doing these drills multiple times, nailing it. And then right before the test, literally something happened that literally just messed up the whole aura with like, just disrupted my entire energy. Right, and it's something I really shouldn't have allowed. But at the time, I didn't really think of it as a big deal. But it bothered me, right? It bothered me enough that I'm talking about it today. And it's something, because it was something that I had been working on and still haven't perfected, but will continue to work on, which is when someone speaks something on you that you don't agree with, don't agree. Meaning, the particular situation is, I'm in this test situation, I'm about to go in, they give me instructions, like, do this, this, this. I already knew what they were going to say. I'd been there, done that, right? I've done my reps, I'm prepared. So they're giving the instructions like, yeah, got it. Like, you sure? You know, you don't seem like you don't seem confident. I'm like, and then I joked about, because I'm like this charismatic guy, Mr. you know, I immediately pivot from that and I go, yeah, but I hope so, you know, and I turn it into a joke, but it's not a joke. It's not funny. You know what I'm saying? Because what they're projecting on me is uncertainty, of which uncertainty wasn't even in my mind. At that point in time, uncertainty wasn't even a thing that existed that I could be. I could not be uncertain because I was confident, because I know my preparation. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But now uncertainty has been introduced, and I did not kick or deny uncertainty. So now uncertainty is present. To get what I'm trying to say. And I think ultimately that led to me not doing as well as I know I 100% know for a fact I could have done. Because now in the back of my mind, I'm unsure of my actions, because I've accepted and conceded to the fact that, hey, I may look uncertain. You know, but why would I look uncertain? Because, do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's literally not allowing your mind to be penetrated in that way by physically speaking. Words are very powerful. I think we all know this, right? Yeah, I think this is something that's, you know, throughout history, even biblically, you know, in whatever context you look at it, I think the tongue has always been painted as a very mighty thing. And I think words have always meant a lot and have always carried weight and had power, right? So don't allow for things to be spoken upon you that you disagree with. Shut it down there and then, as in literally physically say, in a situation where someone's saying, you don't look, I'm like, well, regardless of how it looks, I am. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, yeah, okay, yeah, no, I hear you, but that's not true. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, literally shut it down there and then, nip it at the bud, and even that will give you another level of confidence. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Now, which goes into my second point, right? And this is the reason why this video just had to be made today, because it tied in so well with yesterday's topic, which was don't allow your past self to be projected on your current self, right? And that's why it tied into yesterday's, because yesterday we talked about reinventing yourself. And then now I'm saying, in that reinvention of yourself, you will get in situations where your past self is brought up, right? You will get in situations where you will perhaps begin to say something and someone will finish the sentence for you, or someone will assume things like, this is so typical of you. Of course you're going to do this, this, and that, of which that's not even your intention. That's not what you're going to do. And it's not even close to what you're going to do. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Nip it at the bud. Immediately. I don't care who it is. Family, friend, but I don't care. You know? And I feel like if you asked my people at this stage of the game, it's something that, I'm practicing, but I'm not perfect. Right? But it's something I practice, as in every once in a while, you'll say something. I was like, no, not that. Not me. Not right now. Then, perhaps. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, but I don't, bruh, you don't know how to do that. But I didn't know how to do that. You don't know me. You know, that's very important, bro. As you're beginning to become this new version of yourself, it's very important to have the ability to say, you don't know me, right? You knew me, you knew who I was, because, of course, what we do, right? What we do, how we speak, who we hang out with, those are the things that determine who we are, right? So if I've changed what I do, if I've changed the way I speak, if I've changed the way I think fundamentally, if I've changed who I hang out with, and all those things, then what makes me that same person that I was then? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Say you used to be an alcoholic, right? And you've completely stopped drinking alcohol. And then you come into, like, say, a Christmas party, right? An office party. And they say, oh, party say this. No. Not me. You don't know me. Right? Very important to protect that. Because, again, it goes back to that aura, that energy, and that protecting that identity, right? Because it's new to you as well. So to belittle that, or to allow someone else to belittle that, is damning to who you are trying to become, because now it's jokes, right? To allow someone else to belittle who you are becoming is to allow that version of yourself to be belittleable. You know what I'm saying? Is to allow that version of yourself to be a joke. Now you're living in that joke, and you're also in your own mind, in the back of your head, as you are going through the motions, as you are completing the actions, as you are being who you want to be, you'll also ask yourself, man, am I a fraud? You'll feel like a fraud. You'll feel like, am I faking this? Is this really me? Whereas that wouldn't have even been the situation. You would have just executed if you had not allowed that to be said about who you are currently. If you had not allowed who you were to be projected on who you are currently. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So very important in the process of reinventing and recreating yourself is to protect that identity. Not only among other people, not only from their perception, but to protect your perception of yourself. You need to be able to nip things at the bud. Point number 3 is obviously protect your energy, your aura, your future self, and your self-image, as well as others' perception of your presence. Now, don't let S-word fly. To let stuff fly that is being said about you is silently conceding defeat, and you are silently agreeing when you say nothing. When you say nothing, you're silently letting to let jokes fly, bro, about who you are and who you're becoming and what you're doing, is to silently accept that who you are right now is a joke, is that you're kidding yourself. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's what you are agreeing to when you don't speak up, right? Is you are allowing whatever they think of you, whatever the joke may be, you're allowing that to exist. Now, you're not always going to be there, right? There are points in time where people are going to say stuff behind your back and this and that. Hey, that's fine. But another thing, which is probably going to be the next video, is control the controllables. You can't control what people do when they're not in your presence, but you sure as hell can control the narrative when you're in the room. And from that day forth, from the day that you speak up forward, whenever you're in that particular room with those particular people, do you know what's not going to happen? Is that. Do you know what's not going to exist in your life anymore? It's that. Of which your life is going to be so much more comfortable from that day forward in the presence of those people, because they will have a respect, at bare minimum, of who you are choosing to be and how you're choosing to live your life. And they're not going to speak things on you that are going to disrupt that. Yeah, that's today's topic, man, is speak up, protect your energy, protect your aura. Yeah, love you guys, appreciate you guys. Sage, signing out.